Before I officially start, last call for pizza before we start the meeting, and we've got drinks out there, we got pizza, there's some other stuff out there. Please engage, get it, you know, my staff loves pizza, but they don't get 16 pizzas, okay? They would hate it if they had to take care of that. My name is Phyllis Nichols, and I'm the President CEO here at the Urban League. I want to welcome back those of you who have been with us before, and I want to especially extend a warm welcome to those of you who are new. As many of you know, the Urban League is a very engaged partner in the Knoxville Multi-Use Stadium project. We have been since there was a discussion about how we would engage the community, and I'm thrilled to see you all out. You will hear some details, some specific details tonight about the updated stadium design. You'll hear about some progress. We can discuss bidding and joint venture opportunities. We are continuing to do training. And so my last piece that I will talk about at the end, there's agendas there, so help keep us on track, okay? Our last thing is I will talk about DBE recruitment and what we've done to build capacity and training. So without further ado, I want to turn this over to the people who are going to talk about design update and the drawing release schedule, because I think some of you people are interested in that and how that will lead to a bid. Amy.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy Yarbrough. I am a part of the GEMA design team for the construction drawings, and Elon is from my office as well, so she's going to drive what we're going to see on the screen to talk about the design. As far as specific dates on the drawings, I'm actually going to let Mo talk about that part for how the dates will progress in the design. So I'm just going to walk us through this 3D model to show the status of the design. Right now we're at a bird's eye view of the stadium at the west entrance. We're on the plaza area now. To our right, the kind of white building that you see is what we affectionately call Building A, which has been announced as the Buford Delaney building, but that is private development. It's not a part of the stadium drawing package. As you approach this plaza area, the ticket office is on your left and retail spaces on your left on the ground level. Jackson Avenue is to our left in this view. Then as you approach the stadium, you'll go up the grand staircase for entrance. This is one of 3 entrance possibilities into the stadium here. So from the west side of the stadium, you'll go through the gate and up the grand staircase. We gotta climb the stairs, we can't fake it, so we have to actually climb the stairs. You'll see the little bridge overhead, that's part of the concourse level there, but you'll, for just a little connector for that concourse piece. So as we climb the stairs, you'll approach the concourse level right behind home plate. We're going. Oh, we skipped right to home plate. Sorry. You want to go back up there, or you want to go ahead and do this? Okay. So as she's working to get us back up to the concourse, as you approach the concourse level, you'll have behind home plate, there'll be a home plate bar, and then to either side of that home plate bar, there'll be 2 concession stands that are specialized food venues. And then out towards the first and third base sides of the stadium, you'll have your more typical concession stands shown there. And then obviously all of the bathrooms and service areas are all of the interior spaces, if you will, on this concourse level. There we go. We're making it. So the stairs are just in the front here for us. So as you climb the stairs, so you approach from the back of the seat bowl and then would make your way down to the seats. Below us on this side of the stadium are field and service level things. We're not going to drive down there in 3 dimensions, but the home team locker rooms, the visiting team locker rooms, and their service spaces are all down on that field and service level on the first base side of the stadium underneath. And then on this level behind us, which you won't see in 3 dimensions here, are the batting cages for the team. So they will come from below up to the batting cages through a secure stairwell for batting practice. And the batting cages do have storefront that look out over Jackson Avenue. So you can see them from that perspective. Because of the slope of Jackson, it is elevated above street level. And then, do we want to go up to the view level? Maybe. See the seat bowl, anything you want me to talk about with the seats, or should we?
Yeah,
just
I think you can just show them the seat.
Yeah, the fixed seats there. We do have some nicer plush seats right behind home plate. The rest of the seating is your standard stadium seating there. And then what you can see off in the distance is the Tennessee state-shaped scoreboard, as well as a bar out in right field that is open. It has a covered roof, but it's not enclosed. It's an open bar out in right field that you can see from here. You see an image of the water tower at the moment, but beyond that is a second entrance from the west that you can enter the stadium from beyond the first base side at the concourse level and connect around. And then let's travel to the east entrance. So from the east side, you can approach from a plaza on that side that we do have planned statues to honor several members of our community. They are not set in stone yet for who we would honor, but a good candidate would be Buford Delaney for the Delaney building outside of his building. That's the private development building. But there will be other statues on this east plaza as you approach. And as you approach from this view, Building BC is on your left, and that is also private development and not a part of the stadium package. But in the distance, which you don't see in this rendering, you can see the entire city skyline from this view. So it's a really cool view to approach the stadium from this angle. And as you come up to the concourse here, you'll be on the third base side. At this point, that was a good view for the party deck. We'll flip around. So on the view level, we do have an indoor club space. We have the private suites for view level suites and party decks on this third base side and also on the first base side that are available for large parties to rent out for the events. Yeah, so those are the view level suites kind of to our left there, and there's the party deck on the third base end. And then the club is in the center, right behind home plate on the view level. And then to the left of that is the press box and production area for Major League Baseball. Out in the outfield, we have modified the design to work more with the existing creek structure that is there. So that is of note. We have the bullpens sort of in left field there, and then we do have the concourse that connects all the way around. So there is a walking bridge that connects from the third base side of the concourse into the outfield and back around to first base. Yeah. So this is out in right field, and then as you make your way across, the concourse does connect around the outfield, across that bridge, and back around towards the BC building. Doug or Kevin, anything I should say that I didn't mention? No. You're sure?
Yeah.
We'll get up there and see the concourse and move it, see the bullpens.
I think maybe just one last shot. Why don't you take it, just take
Like
it
a
out
bird's
in
eye over the whole
center
thing?
field. Well, just take it in center field, show them
Back.
the shot back into the stadium.
That bridge is on your right there that I mentioned. And then all of this works with the existing creek as it is now.
Can you hold on right there for a second? Can you just point out which direction downtown is?
Yes. It would be back this direction. So that's the east entrance over there beyond the edge of building BC. This is the west entrance on this end of building A. And then you also have an entrance here into the stadium to approach from the far end of right field. And then 2 bullpens in left field. There's the bridge to connect the concourse all the way around.
So where's the interstate at?
What was the question?
Where's the interstate at?
It's
So,
right back there.
Yeah.
See it.
yeah. See it.
So that bridge going over First Street?
This bridge?
Did?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a bridge.
It's a pedestrian bridge.
Pedestrians only, yeah, just a walking bridge for the concourse to connect it so that we have continuous concourse. This lower area here, it's a little bit hard to see, but there is a maintenance building out here and left field for the gators and things that the team will use for field maintenance out there. So there is an access point from this side to bring in raw materials.
So that bridge, the pedestrian bridge, is that a private, did you say it was private?
It's a part of the stadium.
Or part of the
It is a part of the stadium.
The other one on the side is private.
Yes, the building itself is private for BC, but the walk bridge is part of the stadium package, as is the maintenance building that is there. Any other points of interest?
Any other questions?
Questions?
How do you get from the maintenance building to the field?
There is a large gate on the field level.
Yeah.
That is essentially a gate.
Okay, so that's the maintenance building right there?
Yes,
Yes,
right
right
down
there,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was across.
And just to confirm I'm looking at this correctly and it's not set further back, in the new renderings, we took out a majority of what was in the battery zone previously from the landscaping standpoint.
Right, yeah, the batter's eye, I think, is still somewhat being fine-tuned.
Sure.
Yeah, that's all been removed from this because of the change, so that we can work with the creek.
Right.
So, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to introduce Doug Kirchhofer. He's CEO of Boyd Sports with Tennessee Smokies.
Thank you, Amy.
You're welcome.
As Amy indicated, I'm Doug Kirchhofer. It's good to see all of you that have been here before and that we've had a chance to interact with in the past. My little piece on your agenda is the Boyd Sports update. I'm not going to give you a long presentation. I really just want to be encouraging and also grateful. Grateful that so many of you are here, that you're interested in this project. And I want to encourage you to take advantage of the details that are being offered tonight, the opportunities to joint venture, to partner, to connect with others who are involved in this process, to get tips on the best ways to approach the bidding. This whole project, really from its beginning, from its origin, has been about economic development more than it has about a baseball stadium. This goes back to Mayor O'Hara's first conversations with Randy Boyd back in the fall of 2018. And it's been Randy's priority and his top focus, along with both Mayor Kincannon and Mayor Jacobs. I think that city council members and county commissioners all have economic development on their minds, or had economic development on their minds as they considered the various aspects of this project and agreed to support it and to move forward with it. It's about what can happen in the next 5 years or 10 years or 15 years as a result of the economic, the catalyst that a stadium like this or a facility like this can become. That the investment in an area like this leads to more investment. You create a critical mass of activity, both people, which brings more economic development and more opportunity, and economic opportunity itself, which tends to then feed on the past economic opportunity and move forward with more. Boyd Sports, the Tennessee Smokies, I call it Boyd Sports, but it's actually, you all know us better as the Tennessee Smokies, soon to be the Knoxville Smokies, are really excited about what's going to happen in a couple of years, about watching this project unfold. I've said it a number of times and oftentimes in a project like this, you're trying to get to the finish line. And while that will be exciting, probably the most exciting part of this project will be for us to get it to the starting line. And I think we're approaching that. I think that early in the next year, early in 2023, we're going to start construction in earnest. Really the concrete and the steel and the things that all of you are expecting from a construction project. 2 years from now, the team, when we arrive, when our move is complete, we're going to have opportunities for people to work. There are job opportunities, there will be business opportunities that are directly involved with the day-to-day operation of the stadium, as well as the day-to-day operation of the private development buildings, the residential buildings on either side of the stadium, and the next phase of private development that is sure to follow as soon as we can get some of this first phase of the construction done, so that there's enough room to operate and move on to the next phase of the project on down the road. Again, I want to thank all of you for your interest and for your enthusiasm and encouragement about this project. I hope this is a very beneficial session for you. Thanks a lot.
Good evening. A lot of you already know, but for those of you who don't, I'm Frank Rothermel. I'm president and 50% owner of Denark Construction, and we were founded in 1985. Our full-service construction management firm. We're committed to helping our clients build distinctive projects by delivering the highest quality of service, overall best value through superior execution in all aspects of the building process. We're very fortunate to have a broad and diverse portfolio of successful, high-profile landmark projects throughout the Southeast. And locally, you're familiar with the Tennessee Theater, Knoxville Convention Center, work going on at Lakeshore Park, Smoky Stadium. Come to mind to just name a few of our projects. However, this multi-use stadium may be our biggest and most high-profile one yet. For this reason, we have associated with Barton Mallow and EDCI to form an exceptionally strong CM team. Those of you who already know me realize how serious I am about building this multi-use stadium. I've waited 20 plus years for baseball to return to Knoxville. In fact, I still have my 4 seats from the former Bill Myers Stadium on display in my basement. I'm also a huge fan of the Urban League and their efforts to lift up, train, and provide opportunities for members of our community. In fact, I spent 9 years as a board member and also served as treasurer. Now, there are a lot of things that go into building a successful project. However, the most important factor is first building a successful team, and that's why we're here tonight. We consider our subcontractor partners an extension of our team, and your success is important to us and to this project. I hope you will consider partnering with us, and please know that our team will remain available and accessible if you have any questions. At this time, I'd like to introduce Abbas, our senior project manager. He'll describe in more detail what it takes to make this a successful project. Thank you.
evening, everybody. Thank you all for coming out tonight. We're very happy to have you. For those of you that are back and have been here to several of our other events, happy to see you again. Hopefully, if there's anything that we can do to help, you'll let us know. For those of you that are new here, that haven't been here before, typically what we do in these events is we'll give you a pretty brief introduction, which is what this is, and then we hope that at the end of the event, we can get everybody to discuss with each other as far as subcontractors, DBE and non-DBE subcontractors to talk and kind of get to know each other, as well as give you all an opportunity to meet the team. So as far as the team's concerned, my name is Mo. I'm the Senior Project Manager with Denark Construction. I'll be in charge of the Knoxville Multi-Use Stadium project. We also have Stone here today, who's on our team, who you'll be meeting in a few minutes. He's the Assistant Project Manager on the project, and several other team members who weren't able to make it here tonight that are a strong part of this team. A lot of components of this project are really important as far as engagement with the community, both on the workforce development side and on the construction contracting side. So on the workforce component, Phyllis is going to talk about it in a little bit more in a few minutes. However, I wanted to touch on how important it is to us. As subcontractors, whether you're DBE or not, we are really promoting the involvement in the workforce development program that the Urban League has set up. It allows employees and people that are looking for jobs in town locally that want to get involved in the construction industry, they can get involved in a organization where they can start working with any contractor in different trades, so they can work in plumbing or electrical or whatever they're interested in on a junior level, have an opportunity to learn through the training programs that they have, and we are offering that ability to all of the subcontractors that are going to be engaged in the project, but as well as subcontractors that are not necessarily awarded the project. It's still a very good program and it's open to the public. It's not open just to the stadium project. So wanted to make sure that that was clear. As far as on the contractor side of things, we do have a goal, a good faith efforts goal in this project of 17% DBE. And what that means essentially is that we are promoting and trying to make connections with DBE contractors, subcontractors that are either too small to engage the project on their own as a prime subcontractor, where we can help them team up with a larger prime contractor that can take on the project. Maybe a smaller contractor can do a smaller piece, as well as larger contractors that are DBE certified that can get engaged in the project that might not necessarily know about it. So we've had several of these events, and we're going to keep having them through the duration of the project for other components. So we really want to make sure that you guys all understand that. If you have any questions about how to team up, how to get involved with other contractors, please feel free to reach out to me, Stone, Frank, anybody on the project team, as well as if you're interested in being a prime contractor, Stone will talk about how you can get involved on that in a little bit. But I really want to stress the need for subcontractors to engage with each other, partner, and connect. So real quick, I just want to show of hands. If you're a DBE certified contractor, please raise your hand if you're in the room. So minority business enterprise, women business enterprise, or veteran-owned business, or just service disabled veteran-owned. Really high because I can't see it. See 1, 2, I know there's more than that, 3.
I'm a supplier, not a contractor.
So contractor, supplier, sorry, a vendor. And then if you're not a DBE subcontractor, it's important for you to get engaged with these people. If you are, and you don't see many in this room, that's okay. We've had events like this where we've had 150 people in here. So we have a long list of subcontractors that are very interested and just couldn't make it today. So please reach out to us. I'll give you my card. We have some contact info up here as well, and we'll help make those connections, because that's what's really important to us, is try to get DBE subcontractors and suppliers to talk with non-DBE subcontractors if those DBE contractors are not able to get involved in the project on their own. If they are, that's great, and we're happy to get them pre-qualified, get them through our list, and to talk about a little bit about the bid package release schedule. As far as the schedule is concerned, schedule of the project, Stone's going to come up here and give you a little brief summary on that, as well as how to get pre-qualified on the project. I did forget to mention that Amy said I was going to talk to you guys about when the drawings were going to come out. So Stone will also give a brief update on when the bid packages are going to go out as well. So I don't want to take his shine away from that. So.
Mosley, Assistant Project Manager for Denark Construction, as Mo pointed out earlier. And I'm just gonna go over some brief, how you get into the game, okay? Well, we start off with our pre-qualification process, and this is just a standard list of information, and it's a PDF that you can find on our website, but you can also find it by using the QR code that's sitting on this countertop over here. And this is just standard information that we require all subcontractors to submit. And so you'll go on to our website, download the PDF, fill it out, email it to us, and then we'll process it. And then, so all pre-qualification application submissions are due by November 11th. So if you want to write that down, please do. And then drawings will get distributed to pre-qualified bidders during the bidding process no later than November 23rd, and that's all depending on the bid package. So it all depends on the scope. So if it's a large scope and we're trying to push it out early so that you have more time to review it, then it'll come out earlier than that, but no package will be delivered to pre-qualified bidders later than November 23rd. Our team will be holding office hours, so if you ever run into questions or concerns that you want to get addressed, or just talk with one of us about maybe bidding it, and maybe there's a problem with the design, or maybe there's a problem with how you want to bid the job and you want to maybe approach it in a different manner, we'll hold a meeting, and there'll be several meetings in Denark's office and here in the KAUL's office here at the Knoxville Urban League. And those dates are November 29th, November 30th, December 2nd, and then here in the KAUL's office, we'll be holding it on December 5th, December 7th, and December 12th, or December 8th, my bad. Along with that, we'll be holding 2 pre-bid meetings on Zoom based on the bid packages. They'll be in the mornings on December 7th. So if you want to write that down. And then,
Question for you. So we can send out a Zoom link to our websites, emails?
the Zoom link will go out with the rest of the information to pre-qualified bidders. And then the deadline to submit pre-bid RFIs will be on December 12th. So, and that's in order to get responses to subcontractors in a timely manner for the bidders to submit their bids prior to December 20th. Now, if you have any questions, cares, concerns, please feel free to reach out to Mo or myself. We are more than willing to help, more than willing to communicate with you guys, even if it's not about the stadium. All right. And I'll pass it over to Phyllis, and she can home run us.
Forgotten who's left in the playoffs. Some of you might know who that is, but I guess that's me. So, a question that, and I'm going to sort of wrap this up because we want to focus on the DB recruitment strategy. We have been having meetings, engagements, different types of training and things here at the Urban League since last February. And I have a whole list of where those are, and we are still continuing to do information sessions, training sessions, all the kind of stuff. Our focus has been to make sure that our DBEs are prepared, have the kind of technical assistance that they need. Everything from understanding financial statements to cash is king to flow charts to accounting, for whatever that you need to do to undergird your business. We've done marketing and advertising camps. We've done the DBE, KAT, and TDOT certifications. We've helped people with websites, we've done revenue projections, and to drill down more on our construction, in July, the Urban League was awarded a pre-apprenticeship program for construction training through the state of Tennessee and the U.S. Department of Labor. Our training got delayed a little bit, not because everything wasn't in place, but our training program was set to provide 20 hours of instruction and 20 hours on-the-job training. And with the stadium project being delayed somewhat, one of the things we did not want to do was start the training, and where is the other 20 hours coming from? We are ready. We are like everybody else. We've been waiting on the changes to occur, but I will tell you that as training, we are funded to do that. We are certified. We have all those things in place. You can get additional information about that on our website and some other information as well. I want to emphasize that the Urban League, this is a more than, and I think I repeat what Doug said, this project is more than an economic, a one-time, one-and-done project for the Urban League. You know, once the stadium is built and we have helped people get certifications through construction, then most of you know that you build it and you move on to the next thing. We want to make sure that people, especially in East Knoxville, get the skills and connections to other projects so that they can have a sustainable income or a career as they move forward. That's our goal. So yeah, we want to help build the stadium because we're excited about that. But more so, our mission is to change the lives of the people that we serve, and we know that putting people in career opportunities is going to do that more than a one and done. We have been doing that for nearly 55 years, so I think in getting our certifications from the state and from the Department of Labor, we are not only qualified, but we are capable and prepared to do that. We are also doing, somebody said, well, how are you doing recruitment? I tell you, we have rung every cowbell, gone to every TV station. We have been in newspapers. Our social media has done things. We have heard from people all the way in Memphis asking how we're doing our recruitment. We have tried everything, and we will continue to do so to make sure that people understand the opportunity that is here. We've had many of these events, and so that's why we welcome people who are here for the first time and those of you who are returning, because I see in the face of those that are returning, you have a sincere interest in the project like us, and we've held on, and we're going to keep on going until we get there. We have had community engagements. There are lots of people who are not building, not even concerned about the construction part or the entrepreneurial aspect of it. They are concerned about how is this going to impact the community where I live? How is it going to impact the people here? The Urban League has had a series of meetings with community leaders, elected officials, those people who just want to know about community impact. As many of you know, the Beck Cultural Center is an integral partner in this so that we give the historical significance to the location where the stadium is. And as someone mentioned, there are going to be statues and recognitions there because we will have some significant recognition for the Negro Baseball League, which was on the tour. Knoxville didn't have a team, but they were on the tour. And we want to, and there were many Knoxvillians who played. So it's more, I keep emphasizing this, it's more to us than a stadium, although the stadium will be the catalyst for an economic development project that will have significant impact, not only for people in construction, but entrepreneurs and the people who live and work and walk by that stadium every day. We will continue with our training throughout the fall, Everything that I'm talking about is on the Urban League website. We will also post the information about the office hours that will be held at Denark and also here at the Urban League on our website. So I hope that if you have questions about either from Boyd Sports, from the design, from the Denark or the Urban League, that you'll utilize this time when you have all of us in the room to come and ask your individual questions. That's what we're here for, okay? Are there any questions, or is there anything anyone wants to ask about that we have not addressed? This is your time. Mo?
Is there somewhere that we can go to see what other capacity building events or things like that you guys are hosting that are coming up? Like the website maybe?
The website, yeah. Website is THEKAUL.org. There's a whole section dedicated to the multi-use stadium project, okay? Talks about our partners and what we are doing. We update it. It's also a place where you can register for different things. What we're trying to do is simplify the process. Yes, there are some things that are very specific to what you would be doing with Denark, but the Urban League is the facilitator for a lot of stuff. If you call us and ask a question that we don't do, we're going to direct you to the people who can best answer it for you. Our goal is to support you and the community, and I don't build it, but I sure can bring them in. I have a saying that I started last year, and we've kind of adopted it, and we say it like this: get in where you fit in. Okay, get in where you fit in. And so if you're an entrepreneur, we got a place for you. If you're in procurement, we got a place for you. If you're in construction and need training, don't worry about that. I got people for that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. So we want you to, wherever your place is, we have tried to plan and make sure that we can answer those questions for you, okay? Anything else for the good of the folks other than to remind you I got about 15 pizzas out there that I hope that you will partake of.